Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It's Wednesday, September 11th. I boated up here about halfway between the Narrows and Lookout. The red house is right up above me, if you know where it is on the bluff. I'm over on the shallow side. They're running 2 units, but they're starting to drop it out a little bit. The sun is about ready to set. It's right up on the bluff up there. Hoping that the water would be slower and dropping out. It's dropping out, but it's not dropping out real fast. So I really couldn't decide where I wanted to fish. I just kind of kept going until I hit this spot and thought, well, I'm not going to go any higher. So I think what I'm going to do is just drift down through the Narrows, maybe a little past the Narrows, I don't know. Depends on how long it takes to get down there. I've got a 16th ounce sculpin and peach jig with a brown head, 2-pound line, and I've got another rod with sculpin head, 32nd ounce. If they start surfacing and midging, I'll go to that. And then I've got another rod with 4-pound line that I've got an 1/8 ounce white on. I'm tempted to slide over to the deep side before I get to the Narrows and fish that deep water with a white jig. And browns, I think, are starting to move up. It's mid-September, and I might catch a brown in transition. You can catch brown on any color, but I prefer white. I think I do pretty good catching big browns on white, even though that's not really what we've been using at all. So we'll see. Kind of my plan. Kind of my plan. Start moving here a little bit. I kind of came up on this flat. I want to start fishing as soon as I get off of it. Kind of drops off right out in here, where a lot of fish will hold. There's, see? Haha. Start midge. Right out by him. Oh, not on a leaf. No, I'm off. Pretty dark already. I mean, I can see my line pretty good. Now I'm already past that fish that midged. Should have threw my 32nd ounce. Ooh-wee. Should have done it. Should have threw the 32nd ounce, because I wasn't off the flat. I was still in shallow water. You gotta match your jig to the depth of water you're fishing. You throw a 16th ounce 2-pound line. Wow. The fish jumped way out of the water. You throw a 16th ounce in 2 foot of water. See, I'm in now 3.5 foot of water, so I've already dropped off that flat. I shouldn't have thrown at that fish that rose. It's a pretty nice little rainbow. Oh, I don't know about this. He is pretty. Pretty fish. Big male. Big male. He's got starting to get a little hook jaw. They typically start going through their changes and will start spawning later in November, December. January. Although there's not really any successful spawn in the lake. They will spawn in some of the feeder creeks. Yeah, they're starting to midge, so I might throw that 32nd ounce here in a second. They will spawn in Bull Creek, and that's the best one because it's got springs in it. And it stays. In the wintertime, usually there's water running in it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that 32nd ounce. The water is it's dropped a foot since I started one cast. And it's really slowed down. That's what I wanted. I am going to have to move out just a little bit so the legs start to drop. I'm in pretty shallow water. There he is. Aha, come on. Sweet. They're biting pretty good, if I can catch them. It's too dark to see my line. They're biting. I might go back to my 32nd ounce, or my 16th ounce, because I'm out in deep enough water I might be able to fish that. Might be able to hook them a little bit better. Oh, come on. There's midging out there. One more try with my 32nd. I can see my line a little better at this. I threw it upstream just a little bit. I can see that line a little better now. Of course, I'm not getting a bite now. Back to the 16th. Oh. This is terrible. I'm jigging it pretty hard, I don't know. It's like I'm setting the hook every time. That's what I'm doing. Since I can't really see the line every time I jig it, I gotta almost pretend I'm getting a bite. Because that's when they've been there. They're hitting it on the drop, but I can't see the line well enough. Ooh, that might have been a bite. It's about halfway in, I can see it pretty good. That water is really starting to slow down now. Start moving over toward the other bank here. Well, now I'm not getting to it. Yeah. Just about to the narrows. If I'm gonna go throw my white jig, I'm gonna have to move pretty quick. I went back to 32nd because it's really starting to get shallow. Let's go throw a white jig. I can't do any worse. Four-pound line, 1/8 ounce white jig. Oh! Nailed it. Those, I don't know what kind of flowers they are over against the bank, those yellow ones. That's kind of the tall tale sign that it's fall. You get those, and then we start getting a kind of a reddish pink flower mixed in with those yellow ones. Really pretty. Oh, I did get a fish off that bank. I was trying to get in there before the root wad. Good rainbow. Well, white paid off. He's fighting good. I don't know if I can get him up. Break my rod. That ain't pretty. About 17 inches. 17 and a half. That's it. Go ahead and just take my jig. Thank you. Come on. There you go. Let's see if I can lose a jig. A lot of wood over there where I threw. I thought probably I'd either catch a fish or a log. Not neither. Hey! Not quite as big, but not too bad. Well, I felt him hit that. There wasn't any doubt on that. Well, this is interesting. I haven't thrown white in a long time. A little better rainbow. Pretty. Ooh. It's got a lot of red in his belly. I'm probably gonna have to brighten the video a little bit because it's getting so dark. I can't lift this. Look at the red on that thing. About the same size as the other one. Maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. Wow. I'd rather catch big fish than a lot of fish any day. Not little fish. This is where the big fish hang out. Down where it gets deep and slow. Right across from this big log. Those big fish lay down here in this deeper water, and it's slower, and they feed on stuff that come down out of the narrows. I know several people that have caught big fish out of here. And I caught my biggest rainbow two of my biggest rainbow came from this spot. One drifting a scud, and the other one throwing a brown and burnt orange jig. Oh, it's a nice evening. Ooh. Hit that one on the drop. Not very big. They are liking white. It's pretty cool. The neat thing about it is they're hitting it hard enough that I'm feeling it. Doesn't happen, hasn't been happening very often. One more cast. It's starting to get really dark. I know you guys can't see very good in that video. There's no fog tonight. I think it got up to about 92 today. I guess the humidity is not too bad. Okay, better sign off. It's really getting dark. Thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow again. Have a good evening.